What's up, guys? Ron Harris here, MD, online editor. Regan Grimes has won the 2023 European Pro in Alicante, Spain, defeating Nathan De Asha, who beat him last week. They're now 1-1. One more show to go. They're doing 3 shows together, guys. Remember that. Regan Grimes punched his ticket to the Olympia. Do I agree with the decision? I mean, on closer inspection earlier, just like an hour and a half ago doing this, I said that Nathan's condition looked like it slipped. Lighting was a little different at the finals. I don't know what they did. I could see his condition was better than Regan's. But Regan was bigger and fuller. You know, did the fact that Nathan already had his Olympic qualification consciously or subconsciously have any impact on the judge's decision? I don't know, and I don't want to speculate. I don't think it shouldn't. It shouldn't. So those of you who said they should give it to Regan so he can go to the Olympia, no, I disagree with that. But you know, if they felt for other reasons Regan had the superior size, structure, shape, Nathan still had him on condition. I don't think Regan was any more conditioned than last week, to be honest with you. But congratulations, top 5. Remember, guys, only the top 5 was announced. So if your favorite guy was not in this group of 5 I'm about to announce, I have no idea where they placed. But tomorrow on ifbbpro.com, scorecards will be posted. You can see where your favorite athlete placed. It was Regan Grimes in first place. Congratulations. Nathan De Asha, the prophecy, second place. Germany's Tim Budesheim looked amazing in third place. Fourth place from France, Theo Leguerre. Another German rounding out the top 5, Roman Fritz in fifth place. Going to the 212, just so you know the results of that. Ukraine's Ola Krivi. Ola won first place. Second place, Marco Rus from right there in Spain. Third place, representing Brazil, originally from Argentina, Francisco Barrios Vic. Fourth place from Bulgaria, Dobromir Delev. UK's Dean White, fifth place. So again, top 5 in the open. Regan Grimes beat Nathan De Asha, who beat him 1 week ago in Milan, Italy. Regan Grimes defeats Nathan De Asha. Tim Budesheim third, fourth Theo from France, Leguerre. Fifth, Roman Fritz. Now, a lot of you Nathan fans are butthurt. A lot of you Regan fans are probably exploding with orgasmic delight right now. You're so freaking happy, and you should be. That's your guy. He's got 1 million. He's got many millions of fans. So, what do you guys got to say? You happy for him? Who's happy? Who's mad? Some of you guys, Nathan robbed. See, a lot of you Regan guys, you're not going to understand it. You go, what are you talking about? Regan's the greatest bodybuilder of all time. What are you talking about? It's a sport of opinions, guys. A lot of people are going to feel like Nathan did get robbed and Nathan should have won. And they're not wrong. He could have won. Regan did not blow him away today. But neither one of them blew the other one away. So Mark says, not surprised. He looked bigger, wider, taller, with enough condition. I saw some HD pic where Regan did look impressive. Raging Bull, 340. I thought Nathan would win. He looked better from pics I saw. Condition-wise, he was way better. No doubt. There's not. Don't even argue that. In terms of conditioning, Nathan De Asha, far superior today. Regan, on the other hand, bigger guy, definitely bigger, much better from the back as far as he's so wide. He's got that crazy back with the low lat insertions. Big dude. So, yeah. Let's see. Raging Bull, Neo Sand King, much improved Regan, really close. Regan wins it from the back in structure. Nicholas Wickheiser, hell yeah, Regan was much better, fuller, and 10 better than last week. I also want to note, they only had one camera during the judging. I was a little upset about that. They busted out their second camera, which was like on stage getting close-up side angles, so you could watch. The stream was in a split screen most of the time, with the front camera angle on the left, or the main camera, the wide shot, and then the closer, I think it was a handheld camera, on the right. So I'm glad. I wish they'd done that all day. But let's see, Raging Bull, Nielsen came much improved. Nathan was much better. Sorry, I got all these ads ruining my shot here. Regan was much better, fuller and 10 better. Youth Cruise, judges gifted Regan a ticket. Pathetic. Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of that, guys. And you know what? There may be some truth to that. There may not be. I don't know. But yeah, Nathan already had his Olympic qualification. Regan did not. A lot of people want to see Regan at the Olympia. His many millions of fans. Sure, the Olympia promoters. I'm not saying there's any phone calls. Hey, you got to make sure. I'm not saying that. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Let's see. Mark says, this Theo guy looks really good too. With a bit more size, I could see him being a top pro. Great structure and balance. Well, Theo is a top pro. He's been top 5 in many, many top shows, mostly in Europe. I think he's got a pro win under his belt now, Theo. I'm not sure, but Theo's done very, very well. And yeah, he's on the rise. He's getting better and better. Dane, everybody just settle down. Well, I'm glad that, you know what, Dane? I'm glad that people are so passionate about it. I'm glad that our sport, if you want to call it a sport, I'm glad that people are so excited about this, because it's not the most exciting sport compared to something like soccer, football, baseball, basketball, hockey, where, you know, there's action and there's things happening on the field, and it's not like that. It's just guys posing on stage. So it can be boring. So I'm glad you guys have this passion for it. We need that. Amuz, props to both. I thought it could have went either way. Regan from the back, bigger. Nathan from the front. Kaviro, Regan looked off. Yeah, Regan's condition, I'm not impressed. I was not impressed with his condition at all. Very impressed with his size, his shape. He should have been a lot lean. He should have been leaner. I think if I want to throw like a body weight number, like maybe 5 to 10 pounds, somewhere in that range, lighter, super sharp. That's the Regan I want to see. And he has 7 weeks to the Mr. Olympia to do that. So I do not doubt that between now and then, he and Milos are going to be working very hard. Regan's doing the work to make sure he comes in super tight. Because if at the Olympia level, if you're not 100% ripped, bye-bye now. You don't get a look. You're in that sidelines. You're on the third call out. So he's going to have to bring it. Chris Langdon, he was given that for his Olympia card. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not defending the judges, and I'm not damning the judges either. I'm being neutral on this. I'm like Switzerland in World War II. Let's see. Daniel Johnson, Regan was way better, but Nathan won this show, no doubt. Morgan Peterson, Regan won and deserved it, but could have been in better shape, lose some more fat and water, but congrats to him. Yeah, you know, you could argue, and Milos will argue this, it's not a conditioning show, it's a total package show. So if you want to make the argument, and you can, that based on the overall package, Regan does have much more size, he's wider, he's taller, it's a better structure. Condition was one aspect where Nathan had him. Muscle quality and density, for sure. Jacob Madrid, cheers Regan. I'm excited to see pics, and thank you for the recap, Ron. Ahmet Hussein, Nathan to win. P. Hunt, so happy for Regan and Milos. Masuricio, will they both be going to France for the final showdown? They both said they would. You know, now they're both qualified. I wonder if one or both of them might change their tune. I don't think Nathan will. Nathan's trying to make some money. He's got kids and everything. I don't think Nathan will back out. Regan, I'm not so sure. Now that Regan's got his qualification, I would not be one bit surprised if he makes a post tomorrow on Instagram and saying, you know what, Milos and I talked and we decided that's good, because he's got his Olympic qualification. That's what he was really trying to get. That was his goal. But maybe he'll, you know, honor his commitment to the promoters of the show in France. Of course, they want all the top. Any promoter wants as many big names in the show as possible. It sells more tickets. It sells more pay-per-views. So, of course, they really want Nathan in the show. Not Nathan, Regan in the show, and Nathan. Dane, I was listening to Dennis's podcast in Italy. Regan shaved the same day of the show. Oh, no. He's slacking off a bit. He's got to lighten up and work harder. Yeah, it's like a rookie mistake. You can't shave because then your hair follicles are open. It messes with the way that the tan doesn't like settle in. It doesn't really get absorbed properly. Mark, Lonnie Teeper used to say everyone could be 10 pounds lighter and look better with Regan. I think that'd be the case. Oh, for sure, Regan. Regan was he was huge and full, but the conditioning was not there. Not impressed with the condition. 10 more pounds off that, he'd still be big and huge. He'd still look amazing. He'd look way better. Better, in my opinion. In fact, I think he would look bigger because there would be more muscle detail. You know, more dark shadows deep shadows between the muscle groups, things like that. I think he would look bigger if he was a few pounds lighter. That's an illusion. That's how bodybuilding works. Mohammed Akhtar genuinely feels so upset for Nathan. We clearly won. Even Stevie Wonder, who's blind by the way, would have seen Nathan win. Lucas Dalton, where did Roman play? So Roman was 5th. Yeah, right? Did I throw this away already? Cast it aside already. Yeah, Roman was 5th. Again, top 5 for those just joining us. Regan Grimes, Nathan DeAsha, Tim Budesheim, Theo Leguerre, and Roman Fritz as your top 5. Ron, do you know where and when is the French Pro Show? Can't find the info and live in France. So go to ifbbpro.com. That is your resource for all the shows. Go to show schedule, and there'll be a website to click on for the show promoter. I don't know. It's 2 weeks from today. So the France Pro Show is happening on, was this right, the 30th? Or is it a Saturday show? I think I have this as being Saturday, next Saturday the 30th. I'm sorry, 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks from yesterday. That's what I have on for IFBB Pro, and you'll also see the scorecards for today. So if your favorite athlete was not in the top 5 and you want to know where they finished, that's where you want to check out. Let's see. Andy Davies, Nathan was a lot better. Regan gifted the win. Nathan must be livid. Yeah, he's probably pissed. But then Brian Russell says Regan won, period. You see that, guys? You see how it goes? Granddaddy of them all, taller is not an advantage. Yeah, no. I mean, sometimes it is. Zaro, Nathan needs sports ethics classes? I don't think they have that, do they? The real chokey. All bodybuilding fans know that Nathan is robbed because he's already qualified. Find your fitness. At the end of the day, Nathan is not as aesthetically pleasing, and size makes a difference. Nathan was a bit off. Regan was off, but is more pleasing and way bigger. Liza Fitness. I was more disappointed with Roman placing 5th. I thought he looked amazing. Yeah, he looked great, Liza Fitness, but he wasn't. Who would you put him ahead of? Maybe Theo. Maybe. He didn't deserve to beat Tim Budesheim. Tim, in my mind, beat him fair and square. And Roman was in no way beating either Nathan or Regan. So, I don't know what you're so upset about. 5th place, he could have been 4th. What's the difference between 4th and 5th? Not much of a difference, guys. What were the placings? I just read it again. Ben says fixed. Kevin Henry, I'll put the placings when I'm done. I'll go back and I'll put the top 5 in the comments, guys. So don't worry about that. And I'll also post I'll make an Instagram post a little bit after that. Kevin Henry, this just proves, as most people think, these shows are predetermined and IFBB is a bought and paid for pageant. His words, guys, not mine. IFBB, don't get mad at me. I didn't say that. Don't punish me. Eddie Angler, Nathan is awesome, but he only had one thing on Regan. That's conditioning. You can't win a show on one thing. Well, I mean, don't make it sound like Nathan's an awful bodybuilder and he was just ripped. I mean, he's got a great physique in his own right. He beat Regan last week. Lucas Dalton, damn, 5th. He should have been higher. Conditioning always on point. Yeah, but he doesn't have that size in the upper body. I mean, don't tell me for a minute you thought Roman should have won the show. And I like Roman. I'm a fan of Roman, but don't tell me for 1 minute he should have won the show just because he was in the best condition. It's a total package. Size, shape, structure, symmetry, balance, proportion, condition. Condition is one aspect. It's a very important aspect. It is not the only aspect. So if someone's way bigger, way better overall shape and structure, they're wider and this and that, then you have another guy who's smaller, narrow, but he's just shredded. You're telling me that guy should beat the other guy? No, come on now. Don't be ridiculous. Mark, I'm surprised Nathan's making money with the shows. We all know a prep costs a shitload of money, especially gear. And with taxes taking 50%, there's not much left. Well, that's one advantage of doing these 3 shows back to back. It's only one prep. So if you spent, let's say he spent $10,000 to prep for the show with gear and everything else. I don't know. But let's just say that for a minute. Okay. First show, he wins $10,000. Now he's broken even. Second show, if he had won that, now he's $10,000 ahead. Goes to a third show, $10,000 ahead. So it really makes a lot of sense for people to do these back-to-back shows, especially if you're going to be winning, because now it's one prep and you only have that expense of the one prep that you're basically trying to offset with the prize money. Alberto Montejo, I always say your name like that, don't I? Excellent judging, could never figure this out. Black Angel, it doesn't matter for Regan, won't be top 10, he's just overrated. I wouldn't say he's overrated. I don't think anyone's for a minute saying Regan's going to be top 5 at the Olympia this year. Don't be ridiculous. I mean, we got Derek Lunsford, Hadi Chupan, Andrew Jack, Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, Brandon Curry, Big Rami might be still in this. I don't know. Hunter Labrada, Krizo. So I don't see him beating any of those guys. Let's see. It doesn't matter. Top 10. Ben says, it's a male beauty pageant. Don't take it too seriously, guys. Yeah. Ben Merritt. Regan won the shots from the back, but there are more than back double by and back last spread. I'm glad Regan won. I really am, but not sure it's right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't hear a tremendous amount of booing, and I don't think, obviously the Regan fans would have been upset if he lost, just like right now the Nathan fans are upset. Both of those guys are damn good. They were very close. I want to see the score sheets tomorrow. I'm very curious to see how close they were in points from the judges. I bet you it was a couple points difference. I bet it was not I don't think Regan got all first place votes. I really don't. I think it came down to a very, very close decision with the judges. Granddaddy of them all. How is tall an advantage under IFBB rules? Oh, no. I mean, there's nothing inherently good about tall. Yeah, I'm on your side, dude. I'm a short king, 5'7.5". Short king. Well, being tall has a certain advantage just because visually your eyes are drawn to the taller guy. Like I've said this, that's one thing that Andrew Jack really has working in his favor is he's so tall. He's 6'2". Samson at 6 foot. When these big guys come out and they're that wide and that tall, it's just your eyes, you can't help but be drawn to them. So, yeah, that's how it's kind of an advantage. Roman should be third or fourth. I don't know. Budasheim looked damn good. I don't really feel that he deserved to beat Budasheim, Tim Budasheim today. So, but that's your opinion. You're a Roman fan. He's got a lot of fans. He looks great. I'm just giving you my opinion. I've been to a million of these damn shows. Mark, guys, Beiruz won against Brett, who was more famous and stopped him from going to Olympia too. Back then, the judges could also pick Brett for the Olympia ticket. The best man won today. That's it. Yeah. So Mark he's speaking out against this conspiracy theory that Regan was gifted the win just because Nathan already had his Olympia qualification, and the judges, had a little cabal, a little meeting, and said, we got to send Regan to the Olympia. Nathan's already got his qualification. So, yeah. Nigel Christian Lomax. Regan looked totally different from pre to final. He looked worse in the final. He was blurry. The conditioning, I just was not seeing much separation in that guy. He looked worse in the final. I'm not going to say it was gifted, but I don't agree with the decision. I thought the other placings were spot on. Will says politics. John Ron, do you think Nathan will make top 10 in the Olympia? Yeah, I said this in the video we just did a couple hours ago. I think 7th through 10th, somewhere in that range is very realistic for Nathan. I don't see him much higher than 7th because this is a very, very tough Olympia we're headed toward, guys. I just rattled off some crazy names. Hadi Chupin, your reigning Olympia. Derek Lunsford, Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, Andrew Jack, Brendan Curry, Big Ramy, Michael Krizana, Krizo, Hunter. We got some crazy good talent going this Olympia, guys. It's going to be an awesome Olympia. Nigel, Ramy has stated that he will compete at the Olympia. Thank you, Nigel. I hadn't seen that. I hadn't seen any confirmation. I see him posting things with, like inspirational quotes and things like that, but nothing that was really definitive as far as, yes, I'm doing the Olympia. Here's how I look today. Nothing like that. Roman forgot his back at home, Sakai. See, Roman does not have the greatest back, guys. If you study, I don't have it. Look at a picture of, and I'm not picking on Roman, but if you look at a picture of Roman's back, rear double bicep, and put it next to a picture of Regan's double bicep, for example, and Regan's got that crazy wide, thick back. Yeah, Roman needs some more back. He does. Next is 23. A lot of people say that, and it's I've noticed a lot of fans, and this is okay, but this is what I see all the time, is fans will really stress the good point, the strong points of their favorite guy that they're a fan of, and they will totally ignore or be dismissive of the weak points. So if they'll say he's the most shredded, or he's got the biggest arms, and someone says, well, they got no back, or their hams, they have no hams, something. They don't want to hear that. They only want to hear their guy should win because he's got the greatest arms, or he's the most ripped, or whatever the case may be. Find your fitness. I think, let's see. A lot of people say that Regan was cool, but the light affect him in some poses. Find Your Fitness says, I think if Regan is third call out at the O, I think it's a win. He's still very young. I don't think third call out is a win for anybody. He's already been to the Olympia. I mean, they're going to the Olympia with the intention of obviously winning. He's not going to win the Olympia. There's no effing way he's winning the Olympia this year. Sorry, I'm just being real. But if he could crack top 10, that would be a huge win. Or, I guess you could say top 15 would be a win. That's what we call making the cut. But I don't think third call out, which means you're probably like, if there's 30 guys in the show again, third call out means you're probably placing between 20th and 30th, which you made it to the Olympia. That's more than most bodybuilders can ever say they did, okay? I'm not downplaying that accomplishment at all, but yeah, it's not like, yay, I got third call out. No, I don't think anybody's ever happy to do that. Liza Fitness, Nathan might not do the Olympia. He said there was no point in doing it if he won't place the top 5. He said he'd rather do these 3 shows and get paid. There you go. This is held for review, but I'm going to say it. Dane said, difference between Regan fans and Nathan fans. And Nathan fans can kick your ass. Well, Nathan comes from a very rough background. He was in prison. He ran with gangs or hoodlums. And, he is a tough guy. He's a legitimately tough guy. He's somebody that if you cross him or disrespect him, I don't think he'd hesitate to punch you in the face. Regan, I'm not calling Regan a wimp or anything, but I don't think Regan has that background at all. Regan's had a much more law-abiding. Nathan grew up in a really horrible area, with very poor area with a lot of crime in Liverpool. So he had to learn how to be a tough guy and fight to survive, where Regan had a much more privileged upbringing, which, whatever. It is what it is. I just thought I'd point all that out, because a lot of you guys probably don't know the actual backgrounds of Nathan. EXPZ, professional judges 10 feet from stage, picked Regan. Yeah. Well, there's still a lot of fans who are always going to disagree with the judges. Mihai, if Roman improves at this rate in 1 to 2 years, he can win these kind of shows. Oh, yeah. Oh, Roman. Did I say Regan? And placed top 10 at the O. Don't forget he came back after a big surgery last year. I don't write anybody off. I don't. So, yeah, Roman can get better. I'd love to see it. I'd be happy. I'd be very happy for him. I'm a fan of all these guys. It's a tough sport. There's not a lot of money in it. It's a 24-hour job with the eating and the training and the sleeping, the gear. It's a lot of work for very little reward compared to all other sports. So I respect the hell out of all these guys, and I'm always happy for any of them when they succeed. They're all good dudes. They all work hard. James Pugh, P-U-G-H. Nathan wins hands down. He was robbed, all because Nathan already qualified. Mr. M, muscle maturity, density, yeah, all good, but it can't outmatch size, symmetry, aesthetic, completeness. Kudos to Regan. Nathan had been cocky. His cockiness of getting 11th pro drowned him. Well, he's got 10 pro wins. That's pretty damn great. Black Angel, hey Ron, did Lee Priest send you that t-shirt? No, this is from my son-in-law, Musa. He's a native. He's a citizen he lives here in the U.S. now, but he's married to my daughter, and he's from Australia, Sydney, Australia. The last time they were back there, which was a few years ago, they're going back now. They brought me back a shirt. But my son also was in Australia, Brisbane, Australia, for 6 months for college. He went to University of Queensland, Brisbane campus this past spring, and we went out to visit him in April. We were there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in, yeah, 2 weeks we were out there. Super slow. I really don't like the term robbery in bodybuilding, but this really feels off. Nathan should have won today, just like last week. Out here, Asha will be pissed. Held every pose more, always first to pose. Regan was gassing pre. Yeah, Regan does not have the endurance for posing. You could see, especially as they work him more and more, and the judges, the head judge, they work the hell out of these guys, especially when it comes down to a close decision. And Regan was starting to lose it. You could see at the end, he was forgetting to flex his glutes at times. He was just starting to really run out of gas. So he needs to practice his posing more. It's the only thing you can do. Mark, I don't think Nathan can make top 8. Hottie, Derek, Samson, Brandon, Hunter, Nick, Andrew, Krizo are another league in my opinion. Top 10 would be great for him. Yeah. Wayne Arens, Regan Grimes, fantastic. Nigel, Christian again. To your point, Pablo looks great from the front, but you flip him, his back is really underdeveloped. The same can be said for Roman. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of fans especially, they focus on all the front shots, maybe the side shots, and they don't pay attention. When someone's got a weak back, they either don't notice or they don't think it matters. It matters, guys. Your back matters. They say shows are won from the back, which isn't exactly accurate, but you need to have pretty damn good back development. If your back development is lagging behind everything else, that's going to hold you back. Because you're going to run up against someone who is complete and has everything. They look good from the front and the back, and they're going to beat your ass. We see it all the time. Alberto Monteo, get over it. Regan smoked him. Out here, Nathan wants to dough. To Scoozer. Scoozer that's a UK term, I guess. It might be a Birmingham term. I don't know. I'm sorry, Liverpool. He's from Liverpool, like the Beatles. AJ Kumar, I think shows should be judged not considering the already qualified men to hype up the Mr. Show, but the winner should be chosen who looks best on that day. Oh, I totally agree. Best guy on that day should win. There's no argument there. He did not smoke him, yeah. Nobody smoked anybody today. They were close. Smoking means you dominated. Like, as soon as they came out, it was like, well, there's your winner. That was not the case today. Politics. Savage Wolf, super happy for my boy Regan. Out here, we're not English, we're scoos. Gutted for a nay. I don't know what scoos means. I don't know the slang over there, sorry. That might be, is that just a Liverpool slang, or is that all the UK that uses that term? Baseball, strength and power. Baseball. I saw Regan winning last show, and they both looked improved from the pics I saw so far. I think the judges got it right. Dane, how's your leg run? It's getting better. I got to keep it straight for a little while. Wednesday, I go back to the surgeon, and he's going to take this immobilizing brace. It's got like a steel spine on the bottom. I'm going to swap that out for one of those big, I think it's plastic, where there's a hinge on it, and you can slowly, over the weeks, bend it. because right now I can't bend my leg at all. It's got to be perfectly straight like a board. What else? Like Nathan was robbed. See, here's that robbed thing again. Wayne Arends. Regan Grimes has better shape and better improvements. He has better potential. Regan with another 10 pounds, more dice, larger arms and legs, top 5 in 25. Top 5 Olympia in 2025, yeah. I mean, that's 2 years away. Absolutely, that could happen. Absolutely. You've got time on the side. Find your fitness. Sorry, Ron. I was thinking first call it was top 5 at the O. Second call is usually 6 to 12. Well, I mean, sometimes they'll have 4 guys in a call out, sometimes 5, 6. There's no rule. There's no rule as to how many people they bring out in a call out. It's totally up to the discretion of the head judge. What was it? So I was thinking third call out is 12 to 18. Yeah, I don't think lower than 15 would be a win. Yeah, I mean, top 15 at the Olympia, at least then you could say you made the cut, because they usually don't even score after that. So if there's 30 guys in the show, the scorecard will show you first through 15th, and everybody else it just says 16, because the judges are so busy. They have such a hard time trying to figure out how to fairly place these other guys. They don't have time to worry about, oh no, should this guy be 28th or 29th? There's no point in wasting your time. I know to the athletes that's important, but in the end, does it matter if you place 28th or 29th? You're almost last. What does it matter at that point? Mr. M, thank you for the coverage, Ron. Appreciate you being very humble, straightforward. Regan just getting started. Just rankers. Where did Tim and Roman place? So Tim was 3rd and Roman was 5th, which is great. Roman was 3rd last week, but I was glad to see Tim. Tim Budesheim, congratulations. He looked great today. I'm very happy for him. Tay Gonzalez. I got to move this down and that down. Tay Gonzalez. Regan was much improved. Could have went either way. Props to both of them. Jorge Lopez. Shout out to Milos. Tim 3, Roman 5. Just remember, wow, Roman not even 4th. Happy for Tim, though. I mean, if you watched it and you understand how this is all judged, you wouldn't be that shocked that Roman placed where he did. You wouldn't be shocked at where anybody placed. I think, Theo looked really good. I think Roman and Theo could have flip-flopped. Roman could have been 4th and Theo 5th. I don't think anybody would have had a huge problem with that, aside from, Theo would have been knocked down a spot. But I think the judges did a pretty damn good job today. Okay, Joe. Scouser refers to folks from Liverpool like New Yorkers are from New York. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I know the Birmingham guys, they're called Brummies or something. So you guys have all these terms for people from that particular city. So Scouser or Scouser, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. That's Liverpool's. Liverpudlians. I've seen that in print before. Regan top 10 in the Olympia this year? No, I don't think so, George. Maybe he'd have to be shredded. Let's put it that way. The way he looked today, there's no way. There's no way that's getting top 10 at the Olympia. Not with that condition. Take another 10 pounds off of that, now we're talking. Yeah, maybe. But the way he looked today, there's no way in hell. Sorry. I'm keeping it real. Oh, thank you, Dan. It's pronounced like cows, scows. Thank you. Hope to see Nathan at the O this year. Me too. Scouza. Yeah, it's funny whenever, because like Nathan was on Giles' show, MD Global Muscle. He's interviewed him the past couple episodes, and it's a very thick accent. And some people were commenting, we need subtitles for him. He's speaking English, but it's a very thick accent. It's hard to understand if you're not in tune with that accent. Happy you're healing, Ron. Thank you, Find Your Fitness. I'm happy too. Deja Vu 34. Regan needs to improve his posing. In the side tricep pose, for instance, he forgets to contract his glutes. It's pity because he's really got striated glutes and hamstrings. You saw him, even in his back shots, as he was getting tired, he was not flexing his glutes. He was I think he was forgetting to, because he was just getting tired. And you tend to you'll notice a lot of guys, this is from all the way from amateur to the Olympia level, when they get tired, the first thing they forget to flex is like their lower body. They'll be flexing, and then you'll hear the coaches going, legs, and then they whoop, and they remember, oh shit, I'm not flexing my legs. You see it all the time. Grammar Nazi. Am I being the grammar Nazi? I hope not. Who do I think won? I probably still would have gone with Nathan. That's me, but you know what? I have no issue. I don't have a problem. I'm not upset. I'm not upset that Regan won. I think he's got a great physique, and he's bigger, he's wide. He's got things that Nathan doesn't have. Nathan has things that he doesn't have, namely condition and muscle maturity and detail. So I would have been happy for either guy. Oh, now we're getting back to, thanks, Ron Pierre. Now we're getting into top 5 at the Olympia. I don't want to talk about that yet. It's too early. Mihai, Roman needs to take some time off and try to gain 10 more stage pounds. Then there's talking, yeah. Mostly in the back. I mean, arms too could come up on Roman. It's his lower body. His upper body. His lower body is done. He's got Roman's got a crazy lower body. Great development, crazy condition and detail, separation. perfect. Upper body could use a little more size, and then he's going to be doing better. Nigel, again, Theo is more complete. That's why he beat Roman. Theo was a condition he was complete. Roman, again, back is lacking. Easy peasy. Oh, so that's what that meant. Easy peasy. What was I saying? Ez peas. Regan has too much to gain with social media money to pull out now. That's a real payday. Yeah, you know, Regan doesn't even have to ever compete again. If he didn't have to compete this year. These, you know, social media has given these guys so many opportunities, so many platforms, so many different ways to make money by building this brand and a fan base, and they can sell coaching programs and the supplement companies pay them. You know, it's created a whole other industry, a whole other side of the sport that obviously didn't exist up until recently. Mark, personally, I don't like when they show and flex their glutes. I think that's extremely gay. You can't be homophobic in this sport because there's guys up there in a little underwear. They have to flex their glutes to show the striations, though, so it is what it is. Wayne Arenz, I think we need to trust the judges. Nathan deserved to win last week. Regan deserved to win this week. Let's not flip-flop. The judges have been getting it right all year since 2022. Yeah, judging has come a long way, guys. If you had been around the sport when I started going to the Olympia in the 90s, like 1991 was my first Olympia. I was at pro shows and Olympias where there were some really, really bad politically based decisions. And if you go back even further, it was more disgusting and appalling. My legs, sorry, I can't sit like this for that long. I'm gonna have to go soon. Black Angel, good info as always, amigo. Saludos desde Mexico. Thank you. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Gracias por mirando. That no, mirando was looking. What's watching? I'm starting to lose it. I'm on a little bit of OxyContin, guys. Still, I've only got like 3 days of pain meds left. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Oh, we got one more. Ron, don't you think Regan should pull his elbows up higher in his front double? Straight out to the sides, the floor don't work for him. Latham, I think his posing has room for improvement in general. I think Regan needs to work on fixing his posing to better display his physique, and I think he needs to practice his posing more just so he doesn't gas out and start looking tired. You don't want to look tired up there like you're running out of steam. It's not, you want to look like you're on fire to win. You want to look like super hungry and motivated. And when you look like you're starting to fade, like, I wish this was over, it's not good. It doesn't project confidence. It doesn't project a winning attitude. Stuart Killick, I think whether it's subconscious or not, the fact that he was already qualified came into this, man. Wayne Arenz, I was following Olympia since 1980. Sometimes the judging drove me nuts, Ron. Oh, the 1980 Olympia, they still talk about that. The one where Arnold showed up supposedly to commentate the show for ABC or NBC and then jumps in and wins. And he's like 20 pounds lighter than normal. And yeah, there was some fuckery back then. It was politically, it was fixed. It was, you know, I hate to speak ill of the dead, and I'm not going to, but people that were running the show back then in the 70s and 80s, there was a lot of shit decisions. And even it happened later. Judging now is 1,000 times more fair, 1,000 times less political than it used to be. It was a shit show. It was a disgrace back in the old days. Sorry. Ron, would you be able to get Big Steve on your show? I'm surprised, impressed with judges. Yeah, I mean, I've had him on. I've had Steve on a couple times before. I'm sure if I asked nicely and if he wasn't that overly busy, he would do it. Oh, there's Jen. Former Mr. Oak, compete as much as he wanted to. Vince was furious. Yeah, I mean, he was qualified. I think they just got mad because they didn't expect him there, Arnold, at the 1980 Olympia. You know, he was there to be a TV commentator, to do the play-by-play for, my leg. He was there to do the play-by-play, and he walks backstage and the tracksuit starts warming up. Everyone's like, what the hell, Arnold? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm going to kick your asses. I'm going to compete. Someone that was there told me he was booing about the decision. Oh, there was a lot of booing about that decision. A couple of Arnold's wins. The time he beat Sergio in 1972 in Munich, very controversial, probably undeserved. There was more. There was a lot. There was probably a dozen Mr. Olympia wins over the course of the Olympia history that were just bullshit decisions. What are you gonna do? Booing in 2002. That's when Ronnie beat Jay. Man amongst boys. Ron, a man amongst boys. Keep it up. Anyway, guys, my leg's starting to bother. I can't sit like this for too long. I do have to like get up and change position. It's like throbbing. So, Gunter year. Oh, it was 2002 the Gunter year. Anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. One day you should do a show on shocking decisions. No. Yeah, well, I'm sure there's videos on like worst Olympia decisions ever. That could be a show. Yeah, I could do that. If it's a slow Tuesday or something, we have nothing going on in the sport. I would have to have some footage to back that one up, pictures and stuff. Anyway, guys, sorry if I'm not going to answer any more questions, but this leg is killing me. I have to move. So thank you guys for watching one last time, and I'll put the results in the comments in a minute when the video is done uploading. But so Ola Creevy won the 212, so you know. 212 results for Ola Creevy, Marco Roos, Francisco Barrios Vic, Dobromir Delev, Dean White, and of course, dude, where did I put this? And the open was Regan Grimes, Nathan DeAsha, Tim Budesheim, Theo Leguerre, and Roman Fritz. So, pretty good idea, Ron. Yeah, I gotta move, guys. It's starting to really throb. So, appreciate you guys watching. We're on break for a couple weeks from contest coverage. We have plenty of great content on this channel, so please check out the rest of that. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you like these videos, please hit the like thing, share, comment, leave some comments. It's good for the algorithm, whatever an algorithm is, I don't know, but it's good for it. Turn your notifications both on your YouTube and your iPhone so you know when we're coming out with content, especially live content, because we got one more show to cover before the Olympia. We're going to do this for Legion Sports. I'm sorry, 2. We're doing the France show and the Legion Sports show. So 2 more shows left to qualify for the Olympia. We'll see who else gets in the Olympia this year. Could be 2 more people that don't have qualifications yet. We will see. So thank you all so much for joining us, especially those of you who joined us on the chat. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.